I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out. Before we get going on our video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notifications, and don't forget that we live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. You can also catch us live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network, Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And please join the channel for access to exclusive content. Drop super chats and super thanks when they come by the live streams and the videos that we do. And please hit me up if you want to debate in the TKO debate series. KnockoutBoxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. Let's get it cracking though, bro. And hit the like button before we get into the content, man. A lot of y'all come through and watch the video, but you forget to hit the like button. So this is just another reminder. Hit the like button as we get into it. But here we go, man. By the time you watch this video, you should know that Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin is official. They were supposed to go to purse bid here today, but Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin's teams informed the WBC sanctioning body that they have come to an agreement, and it looked like PBC is the gift that just keep on giving, bro. ESPN biggest fights of the year is because PBC been willing to send their fighters over there, bro. Two of their three biggest fights, I should say. I ain't finna disrespect Devin Haney versus Lomachenko like that, because that got to be the third. You know what I'm saying? But two of their three biggest fights and best fights this year, PBC had to send, you know what I'm saying? Had to send somebody over to ESPN. ESPN having a hard time, Top Rank having a hard time making fights for their fighters by themselves. Like Shakur Stevenson, you see what happened if you know what I'm saying, your contract up in 2024. You want to get fights and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You know where you might need to go, bro. You know you love that all access shit. That's why you were crying and shit when you wasn't on the all access when it was Earl and Bud moment and shit. But you see what type of shit you get, bro. They make the fights over there. But anyway, Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin is official, man. Couple of quick thoughts on it. That the fight is announced. We knew it could come to fruition, but now that it has, a couple of things. They said it could happen in November or December. Let's talk about it. So, first of all, as I was saying, you know, when I went on that little rant at the beginning, Shakur Stevenson, man, you got to be looking at Bob Arum like, damn, you couldn't get me Loma. You couldn't get me Devin. We had to go with somebody that you don't even want to do business with just to get me a fight. Just to get me a fight. Now, a lot of Shakur fans ain't gonna like to hear this, cause see, we think about everything when we talk this boxing shit. Somebody explain to me the reason why Bob Arum had no interest in making Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. He ain't wanna make that fight, you know what I'm saying? Why he ain't got no interest in that fight, but he's so willing to make Shakur versus Frank Martin. The same Bob Arum that told y'all he ain't interested in putting his fighters in. If he put his fighter in a title fight, he ain't putting no fighter that he represent, that he promote in a title fight unless he 80 to 90% sure that they gonna win the fight. Don't get mad at me, bro. I'm just telling you his logic and what he said. Don't get mad at me. So all I'm saying is, well, how does Bob Arum? Cause he talk a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? He talk a lot of shit about what Shakur and like Shakur outbox all of them. He do this to all of them, but he also be saying shit like that. He ain't putting that fighter in no title shot unless he about 80 to 90% sure he gonna win. In the case of Devin Haney, his fighter petitioned two separate sanctioning bodies trying to fight Devin Haney. In terms of Frank Martin, they willing to make the Frank Martin fight. They done came to an agreement. We getting that fight at the end of this year. In terms of Tank Davis, the cash cow, he ain't interested in making that fight. I'm just saying, bro, why not? I just, you know, so that crossed my mind. That crossed my mind. As far as the actual fight itself, man, this is great for the lightweight division, and it puts pressure on Devin Haney. It put pressure on Gervonta Tank Davis to what y'all gonna do, bro? Cause you can say what you want about Shakur coming to the ring at 135, fighting Sushino. But all I know, he's a champion at featherweight. He's a unified champion at 130, and here he is in his second fight at 135, looking to become a legitimate 3-division champion, bro. a legitimate 3-division champion, bro. So I understand the undisputed shit for Devin Haney, but Shakur, 3-division champion, fighting the likes of Frank Martin. All I'm saying is, are we so sure that the Lomachenko that Devin Haney fought at 34, 35 years old is a better fighter than Frank Martin? I don't think anybody that Tank Davis has fought at 135 is better than Frank Martin, bro. I just don't. But I still don't get it twisted. You don't get it messed up. I still think Tank knock them all out. I still got Tank beating them all. But Shakur making noise, bro. And you ain't gonna tell me, and I know what people gonna say, bro. Like, a lot of narratives getting killed with this shit, man. A lot of shit that people said negative about Shakur Stevenson, bro. Listen, you don't duck Devin to fight Frank. So that whole duck shit, man, stop that shit, bro. Stop that shit. Like, say what you want. Say what you want. Ain't nobody ducking Devin to fight Frank Martin, bro. Devin is the better boxer. Has the better jab. But Frank Martin is the more explosive athlete, and he the more dangerous fighter. And he got mad skills, bro. You don't duck Devin to fight Frank. And you just don't duck nobody that you sanction, that you petition in 2 separate sanction bodies, and you trying like you either gonna fight me or you gonna drop the belt. I don't know how we reconcile that. But we gotta send a big salute to Frank Martin, because this is a fighter where Eastside Pitbull Cruz could have been in this position to fight Shakur. He said, nah, I'm straight. William Zepeda, George Kambosos, Vasily Lomachenko, Devin Haney, everybody for different reasons. Some duck reasons, some bluffing, some got backroom deals. All I know is, bro, Frank Martin is the one that stepped up to the plate, and he was not the first choice from the WBC or Shakur Stevenson's team. But I gotta say, bro, that Frank Martin in that camp over there under Derrick James and being an Earl Spence fighter and part of Jamel Charlo's team, but I love, like, if we can get every camp to behave like this camp, we'll get every fight we want, bro. I'm just keeping like at the very least, I don't give a damn if Frank Martin win, lose, draw. I'm a fan, bro. I'm a fan. Now, I favor Shakur in this fight. I think we gonna see the difference between somebody that started boxing when they was a toddler versus somebody that started boxing when they was a teenager. It's just certain shit Frank ain't got enough time to fuck with somebody like Shakur, bro. Mad talented, uber athletic, you know what I'm saying? Mad skills. Picked up the sport very quick in a short amount of time, but, bro, you can't start boxing at 19 and be able to do anything with Shakur Stevenson. In my mind, bro. Now, Frank go prove me wrong, but at the very least, bro, as a fight fan, fuck cause I've been watching boxing before all these guys. I'm gonna have a channel and be watching boxing and talking about the new fighters when all these guys we talking about right now retire, bro. My profile, my portfolio is gonna run through the test of time, bro. I'm not gonna stop doing this shit. Even if YouTube go away, I'm gonna find another platform I can do this shit on. This is what I do, bro. Straight up. So, taking out the fact that at this weight class, bro, I'm a huge Tank Davis fan, bro. At the lower weight classes, I'm a huge Jesse Bam Rodriguez fan and shit. Monster anyway done grew on the brother. I ain't gonna hold you. Monster anyway done grew on the brother, bro. I love me some Monster now, too. You know what I'm saying? Jesse Bam Rodriguez, Monster anyway, Gervonta Tank Davis, Earl Spence Jr., Abdullah Mason, Jesus Ramos, David Morrell Jr., I like me some Artur Beterbiev. You know what I'm saying? That's like my 8 or 9. It's like 8, 9, maybe 10 to 12 guys if I really think about it that I root for. But taking all that out of it, bro. Just looking at how Frank Martin is moving, how his promoter is moving, how Jamel Charlo is moving. If everybody in boxing behave like this camp right here, bro, we get every fight that we want. Every fight that we wanted, bro. And I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Like, as a fight fan, that's what I care about the most. So, I salute to Frank Martin. Because he is going in as the underdog. I salute to Frank Martin. Because he is in there with a bad man, bro. And I salute Shakur Stevenson, bro. For like, this is what was available to him. At the end of the day, I got my shit with Shakur and Tank. Certain things that he say, certain things that Bob Abrams say that I don't like. But Shakur, dog, bro. And Frank Martin is because he couldn't get Devin or he couldn't get Loma. And Eastside Pitbull Cruz, a bigger name, ain't want no smoke. That's why he fighting Frank Martin. So to just go through that list, George Kambosos ain't want no wreck with him. And hell, Shakur even said he'll fight him, but he ain't want to fight. Like, bro, I just love to fight from both angles, bro. Because if Shakur got the holes in his game that some people think he got, then shit, Frank Martin gonna be mad competitive in this fight. If Shakur is the special generational, once-in-a-lifetime fighter that some people think that he is, then he gonna wash Frank Martin. And I love it because I respect opinions from both spectrums. So if I gave y'all an example, my homie Keith from Everything Boxing, he considers Shakur to be a special fighter, bro. He'll tell you that shit himself. He got Shakur washing out these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And the only one I think, and I don't want to put no words in his mouth, I think he think Tank can give him a good fight, but he got Shakur beating him. But I think he got Shakur washing Frank. And then my homie BF think that Shakur feet, think he see some holes and some shit in Shakur feet to where he think Frank Martin might, you know, be able to do something with him. We get to find that shit out. That's why I love fights like this, bro. Cause as fight fan, we just get to sit back and say, okay, Frank, show us that you really are who you say you are. Okay, Shakur, show us that you are who you really say you are. As far as my initial opinion playing this fight in my head, I think it's somewhere in between. I don't think Shakur is going to be, and this ain't my official pick, just I don't think Shakur is going to be as dominant, like 11-1, 12-0, as he has been against the Oscar Valdez, as the Robson Conceição. I don't think he's going to be as dominant, but I don't think Frank Martin is going to win no 5 rounds, beat him by decision, knock him out. I think Shakur going to like 9-3 him. You know what I'm saying? 9-3, 8-4. Like, I don't think the fight gonna look the same, but if I had to kind of give you a competitive level of the fight, I'd say competition-wise, it's gonna be like, remember how Devin Haney did JoJo Diaz, bro. Not Jorge Linares, because he watched Jorge Linares for like 9.5, 10 straight rounds, but how Devin did JoJo, where JoJo was able to get some rounds and shit, couple of rounds early, maybe a round in the middle of 2, but you can't really give JoJo no more than three rounds, 4 at the most. I think that's kind of what Shakur do to Frank, where like Frank gonna be, I think he gonna be competitive as hell early, bro. I think after, you know what I'm saying, 5 rounds, Shakur up like 3 rounds to 2. You know what I'm saying? And then just run away with it, where Frank maybe get a round or 2 towards the back, you know, middle to back half of the fight, and Shakur like 9-3 him, 8-4 him or some shit. I think that's kind of where I'm at on the fight right now, but I'll give y'all my official prediction once I study them both and break it all down. But yeah, bro, I'm excited for that fight. I think this fight is gonna be a damn good test to see where these guys are. And like I said, and I say it again in the show, bro, or in the video, if Shakur is everything that people think that he is, then this should just be another day at the office. If Frank Martin is everything he says he is, or if Shakur is not who he says he is, then this will be a tough-ass fight. But it's definitely a fight where it's intriguing. Both fighters got a chance to win. And it's one of them things where we can all have our opinion, but we don't know until they get in there. I say this. Frank Martin is the best fighter that Shakur has ever fought. Accolades be damned. Frank Martin is on par, like again, hear me out, bro. Frank Martin is on par with everyone that Tank has fought. Accolades be damned. Tank has fought more accomplished fighters to me. But I think Frank Martin is right there with him in terms of a talent and skill perspective. Like, yes, Leo Santa Cruz accomplished way more than Frank Martin, but Frank Martin is talent, Frank Martin skill, Frank Martin right there. Mario Barrios has accomplished more than Frank Martin, but talent, skill, Frank Martin right there. I think the same with Lomachenko and Devin Haney. I think Lomachenko 3-division champion, but we seen him at 135. He ain't like that at 135, bro. We saw him struggle against Jermaine Ortiz. And I think if you take Vasily Lomachenko and Frank Martin, you put them in the ring together, you can't tell me Vasily Lomachenko gonna box circles around Frank, and Frank gonna have a shot against him, bro. I think that's a close-ass fight. So I think this is a great opponent for Shakur. I say all that to say this is a great opponent. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.